In LiCo Wellness, we believe that wellness is a lifestyle. So not just our diet, not just exercise, but the whole lifestyle, we need to embrace wellness in order to achieve optimal health. We have run many workshops and corporate workshops and seminars. These are some of our clients, companies whom we have been and we are working with to help mainly the staff, right, to achieve better health through diet, nutrition, and lifestyle. Okay, a bit about myself. I'm in this industry for over 15 years. With a diploma in diet nutrition, we further study with many of our coaches here in Republic Poly for certificate in nutrition, advanced certificate, and also professional certificate for some of our coaches here. Of course, I'm also a personal trainer and a certified yoga teacher. All right, so this is Liz, and we will be the one, Liz as well. We study together the diploma, the certificate, etc. And she will also be the main trainer in this 10-week program. Of course, we have the other trainers, the other health coaches. They are LiCo, Eileen, and Patricia. Each of them has their own wellness journey, whom they will be able to share with you their experience, and also they bring in different knowledge and expertise with them. For example, exercise for LiCo, right? For Eileen, she's a nutrition chef. She's very good at creating a healthy recipe and cooking. And Patricia as well, she has advised many people to get rid of metabolic syndrome. Okay, so they will also be coaching in this 10 weeks program. Right, so besides today, in 2 weeks' time, we will have another preview, and the Mandarin preview will be next Monday and Tuesday. There'll be 4 sessions altogether, so no reason to miss this. Do invite your friends in so that we can all learn together. We really want to build this healthy community together. Okay, so why do we want to be a health coach? Let me first of all share with you what is health, right? So WHO Constitution actually state that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. That means there are these 3 things that are important. It's not just about physically healthy, meaning we're able to move, we're able to run, or mentally healthy means we can think and we have the mind to make decision, but also social well-being, meaning we should be able to give me a minute. We should be able to have friends, have a group of people together. We are able to socialize as well, and we enjoy, right, social activities, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. That means doesn't mean that on our blood test report, everything is okay, it's in the blue or black. That means that we are healthy. It doesn't mean that way. It's a lot more than that. Right? So to be healthy, we have decided there are 4 areas, 4 important areas that we want to focus on. So let me share with you these 4 areas. Number 1, exercise. EARN is our slogan. So some of the regulars, you might already know this as well. So EARN, by E, we mean exercise, 150 to 300 minutes of exercise every week. Hopefully, you can incorporate in 2 sessions of resistance exercise as well. So not just cardio, but also resistant exercise. And secondly is the attitude. Having a positive attitude or orientation is so important. Time and again, I see a lot of clients, physically they are okay, but they have very negative thoughts. They keep thinking that, very defensive, very afraid of many things. So negative mindset is not good as well. So I hope today all of you here are here on a voluntary basis, right? Let's learn with a positive, with an open mind. All right, that is very important as part of optimal health. And of course, R is rest, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. In fact, 7 hours is about the minimum that we need for adult. Again, we always ask the kids to go and sleep earlier. We forgot that ourselves, we need to have enough sleep as well. So let's also work on our sleep and also try to sleep a bit earlier, hopefully before 12 o'clock, so that the liver has the time to rejuvenate and we can also have proper rest and consolidate the learning that we did in a day. Right? And of course, N is nutrition. right? Nutrition is the foundation of our health. We are what we eat. That is still very, very true. So what are the issues? What actually challenge our health? Right? In Singapore, we are already one of the longest living nation in the world. Is 85 years is the average, meaning, on average, everybody has a chance to live to 85 years old on average. And if you are only 20 to 30 years old, which I can see from here, right? For those of you online, you are able to live to 90 to even 100 years old, because every few years, the lifespan of people increase by a few years actually. But unfortunately, if you look at these numbers, health span in Singapore is only 74 years, meaning although we can live to 85, a good 10 to 11 years is actually period of life with is live with either one or more chronic disease, either physically unfit or mentally not able to make sound decision, or even socially not able to and unfit, right? So health span and lifespan are two different things. Unfortunately, modern science, modern medical practice focus a lot on prolonging the lifespan, just prolong our life, but quality of life is something that we really have to take it upon ourselves to work on it, right? To make sure that we have health span as much as our lifespan. Okay, so these are the four horsemen, right? According to Dr. Peter Attia, he identified these four things as the most biggest risk of to shorten our health span. Number one is cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease so far is still the top killer in terms of health. Number two is cancer. Number three, neurodegenerative disease, which I'm seeing more and more lately. Mental issues, for example, Alzheimer, for example, Parkinson, right? And metabolic syndrome, especially insulin resistance, right? Diabetes, type 2 diabetes, which is metabolic syndrome. And all these are caused or started with chronic inflammation in the body. So some of the common reasons, common denominators why these four horsemen can actually come into our life is because of smoking, obesity, unhealthy diet, lack of physical activity, and chronic inflammation. So you can see that all these things has got nothing to do with our genes. Yes, our genes does play a part in our health, but as we live longer, more and more things that we subject ourselves to, how we manage our life, how do we eat, exercise, etc., has got a much, much higher impact on our health compared to just blaming on the genes, like family history or genes itself. But these are all the factors that we can control. But do we have the knowledge to control? Unfortunately, we are not like your latest iPhone 16, or any of the TV or whatever. We don't come with the operating manual. Okay, so every day we actually learn, we actually grow, learn, and struggle actually sometimes is a lot of trial and error to understand what is best for our health. What can we do better so that we can have more energy? Many clients tell me that, they have very low energy, they feel always very tired, even with enough sleep. How do we perform better? Right, those who wants to go run a marathon, who wants to exercise more, who still want to do their football game at 40 years old, right? How do we perform better? How do we stay or keep our vitality? These are the information that we need to learn so that we can maintain our health as much as we can. So let me share this video with you. Take a look and let me know what you think. So for those of you let me know. Right. So if you watch this video, it's quite surprising to say that the poor diet or by not eating well is more prominent, is more serious than smoking, right? In terms of causing damage to our health. So how do we get enough information of how to eat, scientific information of what to do, about our life? That's why we propose that every family need a chief health officer. So chief health officer, we call it CHO. You can help your family to set the direction for the health, to build good habits. For example, everybody go exercise together 2 times a week, for example, right? And can learn how to address these factors. For example, smoking. For example, if you have someone at home who's obese, what shall you do? How shall you manage the diet? How can you work on it to bring down the weight, or more importantly, bring down the body fats, right? For unhealthy diet, how do we make baby steps to slowly switch, tweak, and also replace some of the ingredients, some of the meals to make it healthier without, feeling like you really cannot enjoy your food totally, right? And for lack of physical activities, how do we build in some daily activities that can bring up our movement? Don't have to go and run for an hour, but just add in some physical movement to burn more calories. And for chronic inflammation, which I see in many clients, for example, they say that they often have issues like headache, body ache, muscle pain, uncomfortable, and all that, fall sick easily. How do we manage our diet and nutrition to help with these issues? Okay, so this course, the 10-week course, we want to learn the right concept, the scientific concept of healthy diet and nutrition. We want to learn practical applications for health management, and there could give you a career opportunity as well in the wellness industry, because in LiCo Wellness, as there are more demand in the wellness industry, we are always looking for good people to work together to grow this wellness business together. All right, so let's look at the topics that we will cover in this program. First of all, we will talk about this health and wellness analysis. So why is this analysis important? Because we need to establish our current state. Where are we now? So if you have a blood test report, we will look at the blood test report and see if there's any issues that we need to address. For example, blood cholesterol, sugar, hypertension, etc. So this is the first. We will learn how to read a basic blood test review to understand, to read behind the numbers, to understand, see what the numbers means. We will look at our in-body composition analysis. This is really a very good machine that tells us where are our body fats distribution, muscle distributions, do we have enough bone density, minerals, for example, do we have enough muscle mass, etc. And do we have our visceral fats over, meaning our fats surrounding our vital organs too much, that giving us risk to our health. So we'll learn how to interpret these numbers. We will have a fitness evaluation. For example, how long can you plank? How many squat can you do in a minute? So this is all to establish the fitness level at the current state, because we know that what get measures get done, right? So we want to measure this so that in a month, 2-3 months time, we know what is the difference. We can see the improvement. There'll be a holistic health and wellness evaluation as well. And last but not least, there's the diet and nutrition consultation. So first session of the program, we will learn to do this. We'll learn how to read the report. We'll learn how to administer the report so that you can not just interpret this yourself, you can do this for your family members, for your loved ones as well. Okay, and then comes to the second session, we'll be talking about the macronutrients. Macronutrients are the nutrients that are important for us because they provide calories. CPF, carbo, protein, and fats. These are nutrients that provides calories. Not just that, it also gives us protein, actually help us to repair, to build our body as well. And of course, fats has got its benefits too. So we want to learn all these three, not just to learn what is it, but more importantly, we want to learn how to choose them, right? There are a lot of misconceptions to say that, carbs are bad. take carbs, then I'll put on weight. I should avoid carbs, for example. Is it true? How do we choose the better carbs, right? How about protein? And how about fats? Are all fats bad? Are there essential fatty acid that we really, really need and is so important for our health? Yes, there are. So we'll be covering all this in the second session of our coach program. So it comes to the third session of the coach program. We'll be doing food journaling. Why is it important? We will want to record down what we eat and we want to take pictures of our meals as well. So a lot of time when we do this to my clients, right, just by looking at the pictures, many of us are a bit more conscious of what we have been eating or what we can eat or how we can change our diet. And from there, we have a better picture as well on how to swap our meals and how to improve our diet to make it healthier, right? Of course, we want to learn this as well so that we can evaluate the meals for our loved ones, for our friends, so that we can also help them to improve their meals as well, right? So this knowledge should be taught in one of the sessions. Every session is about 1 hour plus Q&A. Okay, so these are online sessions. We'll be having 10 classes altogether, 10 sessions altogether. Then we will look at this important topic, weight management methods. Which one is for you? So over the last 10, 15 years in this industry, we have gone through or studied through so many types of diet. Atkins used to be very hot for a while, then the paleo diet as well. And lately, we see more and more clients doing a keto diet and even intermittent fasting. All right, intermittent fasting is another diet type. It's a time-based diet type rather than the content-based diet, meaning intermittent fasting doesn't exactly dictate what you eat, but rather when you can eat and when you cannot eat, right? So are they suitable for you, right? So we'll let you understand with which condition, what type of diet will be suitable for certain different conditions. For example, for people with hypertension, what type of diet is suitable? For people with high cholesterol, how about for those with high blood sugar or people with gastric issues, with, gastrointestinal issues? What should you eat, right? So this is one of the sessions that Liz will cover, and she'll be bringing you through this, right? If you have any questions, please put in the chat so that we can answer you. All right. So again, I'm Jeannie. What I'm sharing with you now is actually the preview to our 10-week coach program. Okay, then we will be talking about why exercise matter for your health improvement. So for health span, why do we need to put in exercise? Is this a must in the equation or not? So time and again, I've got so many clients who ask me, Jeannie, I can eat this, I can be quite good with my diet. Can I don't exercise or not? Can I still lose weight if I don't exercise? Can I still be healthy if I don't exercise, right? So we want to understand the physiology of exercise and what really are the benefits of exercise, not just physically, but also mentally. Okay, so we dedicate one sessions to talk about that and another sessions to talk about liver vitality. Liver is our body's powerhouse. It's got one of the most important organs in our diet. It's the second biggest it's the second biggest organ in our body, and it has got the three very important functions. Okay, so it helps with metabolism. It's one of the most metabolism organ. It's also work with detoxification, right? And of course, for blood circulation as well, blood composition and circulation. So why is it so important that the name is even called a liver? Meaning without it, we are not able to live, right? So one session will be talking about this all together, and we will learn that the liver cells all in all take about 180 days to rejuvenate. You can have a new liver in 180 days, but how to do it, right? We will explore this. Because with a good liver, it can improve our metabolism, it can increase our body's ability to detox, and a lot more. Then we'll be talking about gut. I think some of you might not be foreign to the concept of gut health already. because more and more research are pointing gut health is not just about digestion, but it also linked to many of our bodily function as well. For example, mental, right? For example, liver, blood sugar, cardiovascular health, cancer, even obesity. And it affects our mood as well. Okay, so you want to understand, read more into the gut microbiome because that is our second genome. That is our second genes that we can actually adjust and we can actually change, right? To improve so that we can improve not just our digestions, but our overall health. It's very important. And we will also be showing you all the different case studies that we have done over the past years. We have managed to help clients with blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure, rheumatoid arthritis, obesity, um, gout, eczema, etc., etc. So just by changing your diet, the nutrition, and a bit about your lifestyle, all this can be improved. We'll learn all this in one of the sessions. So every session seems important. At least for me, I think that they are really important. And there will be a sessions to talk about healing crisis as well. So if you read into the healing crisis, it's actually scientifically proven that for nutrition to work on you, especially for naturopath or for nutrition to work on you, you often need to feel worse before you can feel better. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't know about this and thought that the therapy didn't work, right? Or it's not suitable for my body, for example, and they actually stop the healing process, which is a big waste, which is a pity actually. So we want to understand what could be the possible healing crisis, how long will they last, what are the symptoms, and how do we manage them. Okay, and then we will be talking about establishing healthy habits for long-term health span. Because at the end of the day, the 10 sessions will end in 10 weeks time. By December, we will finish the 10-week session already. In fact, first week of December will be done. But the challenging part is just ahead. The Christmas, the New Year feasting, the Chinese New Year's coming, etc. So how do we still have our own guidelines, right? Have our own healthy lifestyle guidelines so that we can stay healthy in the long term. This is the ultimate aim that we want to achieve. Not just a crash course, not just a quick fat diet, but we want to have sustainable health and wellness diet, lifestyle, so that we can stay healthy as much as we can or as long as we can. Okay, so this will be all the topics that we have in the 10 weeks. So next, let me share with you this important video. Please watch this carefully and share with me your thoughts.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
Right. So not just for Canada, you saw the Singapore numbers just now as well. Same for Singapore. While our lifespan is 85, the health span is only 74. So what do you prefer? Which do you prefer? And what is better or what is worse? Do you want to be sick yourself? Or to take care of a sick family member? I think regardless of whether we ourselves fall sick or any of our loved one fall sick, it will still be a big pain. It will still be a pain for the whole family. It's going to affect the life, the financial status, and even the mental well-being for the whole family as well. I'm sure any one of you with unhealthy elderly at home will be able to agree with me. And I think the best thing for us to be responsible if we really love our family members, if we really love our family, is really to take good care of ourselves so that we manage all the controllable factors. Of course, a lot of people say, falling sick, there's an element of luck there. I agree. But I think the more of it, the bigger percentage of it are things that we can control. So let's do our best to learn together to control the controllable factors so that we don't fall sick ourselves. We don't be the burden for our family members. Of course, we also don't want to see our family members suffer, right? So learn the knowledge, bring it back home, share with your loved ones. In fact, help them to change their diet, change their health so that we can prolong our health span. Okay, so from here, these are real numbers, these are published numbers by Singapore. So we know that numbers already tell us that there's a 10 to 11 years of unhealthy life waiting for us. It might be very far from you, I know. It could be 30 years from now, but you know that the last 10 years is going to be very challenging. Why not enroll yourself in this program, in this health coach program? Just invest 10 hours together to learn together, and more importantly, to practice what we learn, to keep coming back in the community to learn, to relearn, and to reinforce each other of the healthy lifestyle so that we can expand our health span, hopefully as long as our lifespan, right? I think we don't mind living till 80, 90, or even beyond if we are still healthy, if we don't need to be a burden to anybody, if we can still walk ourselves, if we can still travel, we can still enjoy the good food and to see the different places, in the world. There's still so many places that we want to visit, so many things that we want to try out. There's so much more that we can live if we can expand our health span. All right. So let me share with you two stories about of our trainers. This is LiCo. When we got to know her, she was about 7, 8 years ago. This was how she looked like. And through changes in her diet, lifestyle, nutrition, now you won't see that. No, you can actually see that this year, 2024, she looks much younger than 7, 8 years ago. Definitely healthier, right? Because during that time, she was already saying that she has got knee pain and can't quite walk down the steps. The doctor actually advised her not to exercise anymore. But today, she's our fitness coach. She could coach workout and she could jump and look at that vitality. And tomorrow we're going to climb Bukit Timah together. All right, Bukit Timah Hill together. Okay, so open chill. Anybody wants to go with us? Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, we're going to climb the Bukit Timah Hill. All right, so reverse aging is not just a myth or it's not just some marketing slogan. It's something that can be done if we take care of our diet, nutrition, and lifestyle well. All right. The other coach, Patricia, this is how she looked like the first time she attended our event at 40 plus. She has always been overweight, in her own words, right? And more importantly, she was already on metformin. Her blood sugar was already high for a few years, and despite having medication, her blood sugar is still high at 2018. That was 6 years ago, right? So enroll into our programs, doing our nutritious meal, just doing our morning breakfast, just replacing morning breakfast. In 6 months, she started to see improvement in her blood sugar. And in another year's time, her blood sugar became normal despite with medication. And it took another 1 or 2 years before the doctor released her off medication, right? And this was one of her latest numbers. the blood sugar, HbA1c, and fasting glucose are all still good. Okay, despite having been off medication for a few years. So reversing diabetes is something that's doable. Of course, she looks very different as well now. She definitely look much better, healthier, and younger compared to some 6-7 years ago. All right. So this is how, with the right knowledge, with the scientific knowledge, with practical application tips, with the experience of the coaches that you can learn from, we will discuss case studies. We will discuss your particular concern on how you can improve your specific health conditions. All right. You will be able to see the difference in yourself as well. Not just for yourself, but also your loved ones. Okay, so healthy family is actually a fortune. It's not something that we should take for granted. Everything is good now, nobody is sick, so we can just live like that happily ever after. I beg to differ, really, based on science, based on the numbers, and of course, based on the people around us. We know that we need to be responsible for it. We need to do something about it. So if you haven't been doing much for yourself or for your family, why not start with enroll yourself as a health coach? Okay, so just register yourself with us. We're going to learn together for 10 sessions, and you will get yourself a certificate to be a health coach from LiCo Wellness. So this is English class is going to be on every Wednesday starting on 2nd of October, 8 to 9:30. Will be about 45 minutes of sharing and another 45 minutes of discussion case study, because we really not just want to learn the knowledge, but we want to learn the application. We want to know how to apply what we learn in our day-to-day lives on specific conditions, on specific people whom we care for, right? And we're going to have a Chinese class as well. Mandarin class 中文班会是在每个星期四，也是一样8点到9点半. It's also 8 to 9:30 every Thursday. Cost fee is $100 for 10 sessions. Altogether, you are getting 15 hours of training by our health coaches. And do check with us if you are eligible for fee waiver. We'll be waiving fee for many of our clients. As long as you are in one of our programs, you won't have to pay this to attend our health coach program, right? And with that, we'll be getting you a certificate as well as a LiCo health coach, so that you can have the knowledge, you can have the confidence, you can have the practical tips and the experience that you learn from the coaches to share with your friends, to help yourself and your loved ones to be healthier. All right, so that is all that I have actually for you. If you have any questions, let's discuss if you have any questions.